what the sun does. Yeah, even the sun respects certain limits. DURATIKRAMＡYA and the Dharma of sustainability. So why climate ethics is not just optional and it's cosmic law. The Lord is not merely powerful, He is the law governing all the power. The Upanishads also declared out of fear of Him the sun rises. The sun shines, it heats and it sustains life. Agreed? Yet it never burns us totally beyond its limit, moving in a perfectly regulated path fixed by the Lord. Yeah. So the sun does not overheat the earth, it doesn't skip seasons. Humanity increasingly works against it. That's the conflict. Unfortunately, that's the conflict. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram, Om Shri Matre Namaha. Welcome back to the Glaze Studios oil painting vlog number 79 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a painting that follows the principle of calligram or micrography, using which the 1000 names of Sri Vishnu are painted. While the painting is going on, I am also trying to understand the deeper meanings lying underneath these names with the help of scriptures from Sanatana Dharma. Whatever I am learning as an amateur, I am also sharing with you via these weekly vlogs. Each vlog typically covers 10 names and the meanings, and then we traverse into tangential perspectives, taking examples, storylines, scriptures from Sanatana Dharma to understand the deeply woven meanings from some of the names, for some of the names. Though I cover 10 names at a time in each of the vlogs, I do see the interconnection, and therefore I keep mentioning the previous vlogs, referring back and forth frequently. This interconnectivity not only helps us understand better, create a depth, value, and also find some meaning out of it for our personal or professional benefit as well. And that's how I feel certain growth has happened with me, and I'm thankful for that. And I really hope the same happens with you. So really encourage you to take a look at the previous vlogs and come back to this. Today's plan is to look at 771 going up to 780 names and the meanings. And then we look at what the sun does. Yeah. Even the sun respects certain limits. Even the sun respects the limits, and that's what we are going to understand, how this is connected to the names as well. Without much ado, let's get on with the names and the meanings first. 771. Om Chatur Bhavaya Namaha. One from whom has originated the four human values, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, or the fourfold manifestation. 772 is Om Chatur Veda Vide Namaha. One who understands the true meaning of the four Vedas, or one who knows the four Vedas. The four is something that we have discussed just in the previous vlog number 78 in great detail, and also in many other vlogs previously, vlog 35 and 52 as well. So we are going to move to the other names. 773 is Om Eka Pade Namaha. Ekam refers to one. Pada refers to a step, let's say. Let's look at the meaning here. One with a single pada or single part or leg, or one with a single foot or manifestation. We are talking about multiple manifestation, but then there is a contrasting name here. Yeah. So all these forms, we are calling it as multiple, is multiple only for our own understanding and names and reference and such, but not necessarily for him. That could be the interpretation that's coming out of this name. 74 is Om Samavartaya Namaha. One who effectively whirls the wheel of samsara, the whirlpool of cyclic activity. We have also touched upon samsara and the cyclic lifestyle and so on, and the learning process, how we go about it in previous vlogs. So moving on to 775. Om Anivrittatmani Namaha. One who is not nivritta or separated from anything or anywhere, because he is all pervading, the soul which has renounced as well. So the presence of him is also often depicted that he doesn't arrive, he doesn't need to arrive somewhere. In many of the Upanyasams, I have also heard that he doesn't have to arrive somewhere because he is already existing in every single location that you can think of. So he has to present himself as the perspective. Yes, okay, let's move on to 776, which is Om Durjayaya Namaha. One who cannot be conquered, or tough to get around, let's say. 777 is Om DURATIKRAMＡYA Namaha. This refers to one out of fear of whom even the heavenly objects like the sun do not dare to oppose his command. Looks like very fearful, but there is something deeper into this. What is the connection? And that's something we are going to explore in the tangential perspective for today. So moving on to 778, Om Durlabhaya Namaha. One who can be attained by bhakti, which is difficult for a person to be endowed with. Or another perspective is one who is difficult to obtain. Difficult to obtain in the mode that we are materially calculating, maybe. It's easy to obtain when we are in the marga or the path, bhakti marga. So 779 is Om Durgamaya Namaha. One whom is difficult to attain, tough to reach or realize, is again the I think it's a very close resemblance to the previous name that we just saw. It can be easily attained, but the marga, the path, has to be bhakti. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult. 780 is Om Durgaya Namaha. One, the attainment of whom is rendered difficult by various obstructions. So, fortress, Durga also refer to the fortress in this perspective. And Durga also refers to Ma Durga. Again, she is also acting as a fortress. So attainment can be rendered difficult because there is a lot of obstructions. What is this fortress? Not necessarily the way we think of it. Fortress or the veil could be our Ajnana also, isn't it? Maybe that's also making it difficult for us to attain the Lord. With that, we bring ourselves to the end of the 10 names and the meanings. I think we are now ready for the sun. Even the sun respects the limit. DURATIKRAMＡYA Namaha. When we looked at the name, what did we see? Out of fear of whom even heavenly objects like sun do not dare to oppose his command. So this is what we are going to understand in a great level of detail now. So, DURATIKRAMAYA and the Dharma of sustainability. So why climate ethics is not just optional and it's cosmic law. It's also what we are going to explore along with this name. Let's see that. So it's the most powerful name from the Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali, Om DURATIKRAMAYA Namaha. One whose command cannot be crossed. And the metaphor or the support that we are taking is of the sun. Let's take the same metaphor to understand and just unpack this. The scriptures say that even sun obeys his law. So modern science has something to add, striking. The sun itself actually has a limit. It has a lifespan. It follows strict rules. This truth has everything to do with the climate ethics as well and sustainability today. Climate change. Do you see the connectivity already? Yes, let's look at the name a little more in detail. DURATIKRAMＡYA, the law above power. DURATIKRAMA means that which cannot be violated. So the Lord is not merely powerful, He is the law governing all the power. So the Upanishads also declared, out of fear of Him the sun rises. Yeah. So this is this is not just the fear of punishment; it's a relevance for a cosmic order. Yeah. So the sun shines, it heats, and it sustains life. Agreed? Yet it never burns us totally beyond its limit. Yeah. So there is a limit. The energy is there for us to help us get what we need, but at the same time it doesn't cross the limits. There is a restraint, and that is, what is the restraint? It is the Dharma of the sun. So let's understand the sun in the Bhagavatam. Discipline, not dominance. Yeah. In Shrimad Bhagavadam, Canto 5, the sun is also described as moving in a perfectly regulated path fixed by the Lord. Yeah. So the sun does not overheat the earth, it doesn't skip seasons, it doesn't exploit its power. But why? Because the unchecked power can destroy life, isn't it? So Bhagavatam sun is not just a tyrant, it is a disciplined servant of Dharma. So that is the analogy that is coming from Shrimad Bhagavatam. Let's look at science. Science confirms the cosmic ethic. So in modern day science, we understand the sun is a star and it's governed by a nuclear balance. It burns fuel at a precise and sustainable rate. If it burned faster, the life would collapse. So it too will eventually exhaust its fuel and transform. Yeah. So the astrophysics also tells us something very close, isn't it? It's the same. The sun is the main sequence star and it's formed about 4.5 billion years ago. So it has a fuel roughly for another 5 billion. 4.6 billion years ago, and it has fuel for about 5 billion years. And one day it will expand, exhaust its fuel and transform. So the sun will also have to obey. Sun obeys, yeah, from a scientific perspective also. To what does it obey? The nuclear fission law, gravitational balance, and thermodynamic limits. Doesn't it? The sun survives because it respects its limits. So this is the deepest message coming out of DURATIKRAMＡYA. So limit, is it a weakness? Definitely not. Limits are intelligence, let's say, in a different context altogether. Let's understand the perspective of Krishna on nature and responsibility. Where do we find that? Let's take the help of Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Canto 9, verse 10. Maya dakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam hetunanena kaunteya jagat viparivartate. So this means Maya, by me, adhyakshena, by superintendence, prakritihi, material nature, suyate, manifests, with both chara charam, the moving, and the achara, that is the unmoving, hetuna, for the reason, anena, this, kaunteya, O son of Kunti, jagat, the cosmic manifestation, viparivartate, is working. So under me as supervisor, her supervisor, whose supervisor? Prakriti, nature. Yeah, under me as her supervisor, Prakriti, nature, produces the moving and the unmoving. Because of this, O Kaunteya, the world revolves. So that's the meaning coming out of this verse. Maya dakshena prakritihi suyate sacharacharam. So under my supervision, nature functions. Nature works with the law again, just like the sun we just saw. Humanity increasingly works against it. That's the conflict. Unfortunately, that's the conflict, and that is the root of what? Climate crisis. Let's discuss climate crisis as dharma violation. So today's environmental collapse is not just a scientific aspect, it's also ethical. Yeah, it's against the ethics. So what are we doing? We are extracting without restraint, we are consuming without gratitude, grow without balance. Look at the sun. The sun gives us energy without excess. Humans take resources without discipline. DURATIKRAMＡYA reminds us you cannot transgress ecological law and escape the consequences. Climate change is not a nature's failure, it's humans' overreach. Let's understand sustainability as modern dharma. Sustainability in modern dharma. Sustainability is not a political idea. It is an ancient dharma. Use without exploitation, grow without greed, and prosper without any kind of destruction. This is the ancient dharma. This has been our dharmic rule. The sun shows us how. It's a very good example. Yeah, the power guided by restraint sustains life. Yeah, if even a star respects the limits, how can humanity ignore them? Yeah. So as a closing statement, I would say DURATIKRAMAYA teaches us a limitless truth. The universe survives through discipline. Life flourishes through balance, and dharma cannot be bypassed, not by stars, not by nations, and definitely not by us. Yeah, in respecting the limits, we do not lose the freedom, we preserve the future rather. This is my perspective to it, and I hope you found this very interesting. Please do share your thoughts in this example and the metaphors, and how you feel connected to the reality that is happening presently, the climate change and so on. Share your thought process in the comment section. Until we meet in the next session, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay motivated. Thank you. Bye-bye.